Greek Shenanigans, part 2. We did a part 1.
Greek Shenanigans is a hilarious name.
Nah, facts. What's up with y'all though? How y'all feeling, man? What's good, man? Wake up in this motherfucker.
Wait, Tom, are we on?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Hey,
Y'all want an introduction and shit? Yo, what's poppin', y'all? I got some family here with me. I got Nick, I got Trav, I got Mel. All OG Greeks in the building. We just fresh off of AGP, and I was hosting. Had the fam here. Mel wasn't there, and I'm like, yo, like, why not just?
Why wasn't Mel there?
Cause Mel is grown as fuck.
Oh.
And you know, the girls age out easier.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't
Grown
know.
ass niggas at AGP, like old niggas. No offense, but like, y'all can kind of still do that, you know?
We were in the VIP area,
You were there,
away from the youngins.
Yeah, very
Still there.
much so.
in the building,
Yeah.
in the outside.
Yeah. Well, I was working, so
And y'all get to work. Like, I feel like even if I was, like, booked to do it, it's still not really my crowd. Like, as far as again, we talked about our era of Greek humor. The kids don't get my jokes. I hosted the step show for FAMU 2021. Them kids were staring at me. It was dead silent in that bitch.
see,
I
I'm
was
not
like,
a comedian, so
Yeah.
I'm just the
So for
MC.
me, I'm going to tell jokes. And they're going to
Okay.
be like, shut up, old lady.
But you could host the AKA convention.
I could. They've asked me to do regional conference one time. I could.
I
could do.
Yeah, I just did Alpha Nationals 2 weeks ago in Philly.
I should try to get
what's
booked
up.
for Boulay. I have a running list in my phone of who they should ask to be honorary members
should.
next year because the Delta just went crazy.
And they're actually doing a comedy show in Orlando for Alpha Convention. You should. I'm gonna tap you in.
It's crazy that you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you like you age out of working because
Well, no, not working. Not so much working. It's just like
for colleges, yes.
for colleges. Yeah, I don't feel like because some people are more. I think men are easier. I'm trying to think. As a female comic, things are different to navigate. Men can get, not even like in a misogyny kind of way, but it's just kind of easier for men to be more relatable to younger crowds like that. Unless you like a more auntier. I'm not very auntie. I'm like older, but I'm not auntie. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you're more matronly, they probably would be more receptive of it. But if you like a kind of old, not really young either, kind of it's a
Why
weird.
is that?
I don't know. It like I was telling my little Greek jokes. Like I was saying funny shit. Like what did I say? Oh, I made a joke because again the young kids it don't really because we were more of like a ruthless we not sensitive kind of era. Because I made a joke like okay, shout out to everybody who didn't make line but still went to the probate. That was a little jokey joke. Them kids was not fucking with that, and it was hilarious to me. I still think it's funny. I say it again, but it just didn't translate well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think what it is though with colleges, I think the kids they actually come to want to roast you or to want to boo. Like they're not coming to laugh.
They come ready. They didn't boo me, thank God. But I also think that the comedy that they do consume is more roasty, kind of niggas on the couch, 85 South kind of shit. And I'm not that. When I'm saying it's not good, it is funny. So like 85
Right.
South is brilliant and has completely changed the new comedy. But I'm just like, I ain't DC. I'm not gonna be yo ugly. I can't. I'm not a roaster.
yeah.
Right.
That's probably what people want to see, or they want to see some juicy kind of shit.
Yeah. You got content. You're right. Yeah, you got material.
I
that you-
right. Yeah, I have material. I came to that step show with material,
Yeah.
not just me doing crowd work and some shit.
But I feel like that's like the cheat code to hosting though. Like being a comic, a comedian,
Hosting, yeah.
yeah,
a comedian or like a singer or some shit. Like me, I don't have nothing. I just gotta
but
like
it's personality, and it's also a skill. Hosting is a skill. Don't take
no
away
hosting.
from that.
No,
That's a
hosting
fucking
is a skill. That's why I think
we cuss?
I'm good at hosting. But like I feel like
100%.
it's a cheat code when you're a comedian though.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. But again, I think I also overthought it and took it too seriously because I was
Okay.
acting like I was really getting ready to go
Like a
do
stand-up.
Madison Square Garden. Yeah, and
Okay.
it wasn't that. I could have just went out there and just been myself.
Yeah.
But it was my first time doing like a big girl shit like that. So
I
I was
get what
like,
you're
I'm
saying.
gonna write these Greek jokes. I'm gonna tell. Okay, I have AKA jokes and I have Delta jokes and I have Sigma jokes and I have. Them kids did not fucking care.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. So there's a lot of things that I be doing that I wasn't gonna do at hosting AGP, cause like I'm like this ain't the time to be playing around. Like I be joking around. Like I'm old. I be like, what's up with the yos? I'm always fucking around. I was not gonna do that. I wasn't like I know what time it is. I'm here for
Yeah.
work, and they ain't playing. Like niggas ain't playing. And it's
And
funny,
the kids will turn on you quick.
bro. I was just talking about that on the podcast. I'm like, yo, down south, they don't play about that Greek shit. Like they take this shit real serious down here. Like they do not play. Do you have y'all witnessed that?
Yeah.
The difference
yes.
in like up north, because you crossed in Ohio,
Yeah.
you crossed at Lincoln.
Yeah.
What did you cross?
FAMU.
FAMU, down south.
Yeah.
Have y'all like noticed the difference in like being up north and like the experience down
Well,
south.
you know, they more so take Greek life down here serious. You get what I'm saying? Like the South has always taken Greek life like we all take it serious, but down they really don't play with it. You feel what I'm saying? And like in this day and age with the kids, they'll legit like if they feel the type of way, they're gonna make a TikTok story about.
And that was the thing.
The whole situation.
Yeah.
You know,
Facts.
and without people doing their research, they believe in that video.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like they
Things
put it
can
out
go
there.
so fast. They
Right.
spread so fast these days.
Exactly.
I know for me, I crossed in Florida, so it's Florida. And then my school itself is very bougie because of us being like the oldest HBCU. Well, we're not the oldest in Florida. Let me not give, I think it's Edward Waters. But like the biggest school in Florida, the like most populous, most popular school. Our lines are like more prestigious and bigger because it's a bigger school, whatever. And we all, I think, if maybe not all, but like most of our chapters are the oldest chapter of that org in Florida.
Damn.
I know our chapter is the first AKA chapter in Florida, so it's like the prestige of that on top of that. So we don't even do like people do like shimmy like a noop and shit. We don't play like that.
Yeah.
We don't do none of
Nah,
that.
coming up, bro, we had fun. Like, you can't scratch your back. You come out here, try like, you want to fight you for real. I'm like, yo, relax, bro. Like,
It's crazy because they were mostly founded in that area.
no, for sure, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't call it. I know. Well, we just, I don't want to say we don't take it as serious because like we love our frat for sure. We go hard. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. Like I
South
can't
is
even.
the South.
Yeah, so I love it though. Like I ain't gonna lie, coming down here definitely rejuvenated my like my E. Just like even want to be active, want to be like active in a grad chapter and stuff like that. I was like, it's cool. I fuck with it, but
What grade
whatever.
chapter you in?
I'm not. Yeah, I said renew my E, wanting to be.
Oh, it makes you want to be.
Yeah. You a part of a grad chapter?
Hey, man, this is your podcast. We asking you the questions.
Every year I be like, I'm gonna get active, and then I don't. But next year, for sure,
For sure.
Yeah,
next year.
for sure.
For sure.
Just go ahead
Sure.
and get the life membership.
How much is that?
It got to be like
AKA
3,000.
so expensive. You
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
do the
y'all should probably, like,
reactivation.
chill.
Okay,
you
you
know,
want
sorority shit is crazy
it's so expensive.
Shit.
That's
Yeah.
why it's like it's hard because you can't get the little silver star 25-year crown if you stop your service. Like you got to be continuous service for 25 years.
wow.
I ain't getting my crown in 2038.
What's the sorority process of like selecting and honoring your members?
I don't know.
I thought you were going
I'm trying to get in the meeting.
Yeah.
I have a list in my phone of who
process?
people I want to get on the line. I'm like, we need some heat. You can't let the Deltas keep outdoing us. They got Queen
Nah, I ain't
Latifah.
gonna hold y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all went crazy too though. You
We
know.
got Gabby. We had not Gabby Douglas, Jesus. The Olympics girl. We got Beverly.
Right.
We got the press secretary. I forgot the fourth person. And that was like a small line because it was just leadership and one
Right.
boule. But next year we gotta come hard.
So let me.
I need to text Michelle Obama.
I want to ask y'all something because y'all was there, and I'm gonna ask you, what how did y'all like AGP 25 as old heads coming in?
To be honest, we are not old heads, all right?
Oh my God,
We not old
Embrace
heads. all right?
it.
Yeah, we not old heads. You know what I mean? We all right, we old heads. So look, I feel like, it's very much a difference because, coming into AGP, it was set things that happened, like, even the host hotel, like you spoke on earlier, it was a little bit different now, and like you said earlier, the kids don't really speak to each other like that anymore because of social media. It's like some type of separation.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I just feel like I want them to go back to bonding more like we did.
Yeah.
Everybody rocked with everybody. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
instead of like the separation.
But how did you like it though? Like just AGP in general this year, like as an OG in the game. Just curious.
It was cool. It was cool.
Did you
know,
enjoy it or was it just like work? Because we had to work.
I mean, it was work. We always working at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
but I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
Seeing. I didn't really see too many people from our time there because you're not gonna see too many people from our time there. But
Right.
like just seeing you and Nick, just
That
it
felt
kinda-
good.
It brought
Yeah,
it back.
yeah,
You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Facts.
So
Because I didn't even know you was coming.
yeah,
I was like, oh, damn.
I was supposed to host the SEP show, but they rescheduled it.
Got
So
you,
Nick,
got
you
got
work AG like you. They call it. They take it serious. You like alumni,
Yeah.
right? What you would call like AGP family, right?
Yeah. Just from shit, I hosted a picnic 4 years in a row, from 2015 to 2018. So the staff. The staff don't change. Same staff across the board. So
Shout out to Tiwa.
shout out to Tiwa. Shout out
My
to
boy.
Ruby. Shout out to Jay.
Yeah.
It's a list of people.
So
that
somebody
just Nas.
who's been there a few times, where would you rank this one? Honestly,
Honestly, out of all the ones I've been to,
as just a picnic.
just the picnic.
Yeah.
Man, that's tough to say because all the other ones was at Morris Brown.
Yes, I don't think it's comparable.
But
real?
I would say, I would say top 3 off
Damn.
the strength of would it be in a new location, It was packed out. I really love. That's how you know I'm an old head. I love the skyline view of just being able to see the big buildings in the background. It was still packed. The line was full the whole night. Rob 49 bringing Sexy Red.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That seemed pretty lit.
That was pretty dope. You know what I mean? So just from that and all the events, the Tuesday joint was crazy lit.
Which one was Tuesday?
That was the bomb.
That shit was lit.
That shit was.
That shit was
crazy.
lit.
What was that?
It was like a piano event
They
at
call it Bomba
Rocksteady.
Tuesdays at Rocksteady.
Shit was fire.
But it's crazy every Tuesday though.
Right.
But AGP just partnered with them. That shit was lit. After that, the Wednesday event, they had a R&B night at Whiskey Mistress. They shut that shit down at 12:30 because it was so dead. Block Party didn't do what it normally do. What was Friday? I ain't do nothing on Friday. So just to see like, man, I feel like it's kind of going downhill. But then the picnic just revamped.
Right.
So because I seen people talking about like it being at Atlanta Station, not being at Morris Brown. You think that helped or hurt?
Hurt. Back to Trav's point, and even what Mel was saying, when it was at Morris Brown, everybody got their plots.
Yep,
you
everybody
could
had
really
their
move
plot.
around. I feel like the
Right.
vendors were even like closer in. Like now, like the vendors were like way on the outside, so you couldn't really like see the vendors, but you can move around and walk around, and it's like 4 different picnics going on all in one.
Okay.
Whereas this one was like, it's just the one up front because they had, I think, like 2 or 3 stages at Morris Brown. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you're not at the front, you can be kicking it in the back. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
See,
that
me
part.
doing like festivals, like that's what I usually do. I thought it was dope because that's my usual style, and I think like with people going towards the festival route nowadays, I thought it was dope. But again, I haven't been to one since the greatest AGP of all time, 2014. I mean, that's just my.
I was on
opinion.
crutches in a boot in 2014.
2014 was cute.
It was cute?
It was a fun time. But
It
again,
was
I
cute.
also think you think your Neo year is the best year. Anybody
Not
think their
really.
Neo year is the best year?
Cause that wasn't.
That was
Yeah,
your
it was my
Neo
Neo year.
That was
but
your Neo- that was
I
your first
crossed it-
one.
Yeah.
Your
but
first year is gonna be
14
the best one.
What made
No.
14 the best year?
Is that the
First
only
of
year you
all-
went? Because what do you have to compare it to?
So, yeah, I went there, and I think I might have went to like 18 or something.
The
but I
first
ain't
one's
go.
gonna be the funnest because it's your first one.
No, but it was different. First, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna answer the question. The host hotel. I think they shut it down after that year. We fucked it
did.
up for AGP.
They do that every
I'm
year.
not happy about
Yeah.
it, but
Right.
I think we fucked it up for AGP. You gotta understand. The host hotel. I don't think because I feel like I heard every other time it's like more than one. That year I think it was just one hotel. We always in this one hotel. Like when I say after every function, everybody is in the hotel.
In the lobby, yeah.
In the lobby, it was
And it was the Marriott. And I'm not saying it wasn't lit. I'm not, because that shit was lit. It was the Marriott Marquis. Y'all know they use this fucking hotel in every movie and TV show. So you got you can see all the floors. It was like multiple floors in the lobby because you can go down, you can go up. It was a basement part. The shit was lit. I just feel like 2013 was better because that's my first year. So that was that's my baby.
It wasn't the host hotel, the Sheraton before that though?
The
It was
Sheraton.
Sheraton.
Okay,
The
but-
Sheraton was lit because it was like a pool party. It was the whole
Yeah.
thing.
so guys that y'all crossed before us. You crossed what?
Spring 11.
11.
09.
09. What would y'all say the greatest one of all time?
14.
Me personally, I'm gonna say 13. To be honest, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
It's
You wasn't
50-50.
there though. It's okay. Don't
Sheraton
worry
was
about
crazy,
it.
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was lit. On 14, I had a like boot and crutches in 2014. I still went though. You get what I'm saying? I had a great time. But 2013, when I was able to maneuver, it was a vibe.
It was crazy. I think because with the Marriott Marquis being so big and so open, it was more spread out. With the Sheraton, it was smaller. There, like it was just hallways. You can't see everything that was going on. That made it more fun and even like and sneaky and whatever. But like,
So the
it
Marriott was
fun.
the one that went straight up. You can
Marriott
see
was going straight up.
Oh
You
yeah,
could see
that was
everything.
by hands down.
That shit was lit. It was lit as
No, you
fuck,
know what?
though.
I did go to some of them because I was in a stroll comp for one, and then I went another year. Yeah, I went to a couple. But
And I will say 2014 was lit. And I would say that I went to 2013, 14, 15, 16, and 18. I missed 2017 for whatever reason. But I love AGP, and I love that. I love Tiwa, and I love that he's been able to kind of go with the times because the kids, again, they like in a middle school dance. When boys over here, girls over there, nobody's talking to each other because these kids don't have no social skills.
Right.
But our time was, we going to do a lab. Okay, I'm going to walk by the Q plot, boom. Walk by the Alphas,
Yeah, lap,
get
boy.
that number, boom. Walk by the Kappas, boom. Get me a little plate, maybe, or some drinks, drink they liquor. Boom. And that was the fun part. And I was talking to my Neos because they went. I was like, so how was AGP? And it was like, oh, it was fun. We don't need to go again, but it was really, really fun because it was so overwhelming of them being in that big clump of a crowd. But again, that's what the kids like these days. They probably wouldn't even have fared well at Morris Brown. And did they move it because Morris Brown is open now? Are they in school?
I don't
I have
know
no
the
clue.
details.
But that was the fun part of like, okay, we trekking down Northside Drive. We going across that bridge. It's hot as fuck. You walking upstairs, you maybe hopping the gate, that was the fun part. But again, it's a different time. It's not for me. I'm not the target audience anymore, so fuck what I think. I think he did a great job of pivoting. Like Rob 49, that's fucking lit. The kids love what the hell. He's Sexy Red popping up. That's fucking lit.
Yeah.
I'm sure the kids had a really, really good time. I had my time. The kids can have theirs, and things change over time. And I was saying, like, even back in the day, like the schedule was different. Thursday, we went to Cascade. That Cascade, the first... that shit was so fun. The first 2013 we went to Cascade, because I had never been to Cascade, so I was excited off rip. And then it was niggas everywhere. I remember because at FAMU, we don't stroll to every single song. So like to see people stroll to whatever was on, it was just like, okay, well, bitch, we had like a huddle, like, okay, y'all, we gonna put this stroll to that song and that stroll to this song. And then we did it. We had a stroll. We had a stroll to Body Party. We have reworked one of our strolls to Body Party, and it was so lit. And it was real cute. And I was like, it was a part we go like this, and I had like scooted up on one of the cues from Howard. It was a good time.
Yeah, tell us.
They don't do fun like that.
Cascade is dope, but Cascade be hotter than the picnic.
Hot as fuck. My hair was
Niggas that be hotter than a picnic.
Nah,
Cascade hotter than the picnic.
we didn't care about like heat back then.
No.
Even now, like the picnic was moved up because of the heat. Like people
Yeah.
complain about heat. Like when we were out there, like
We
the
was
heat
just-
wasn't nothing to us. You know
Nah.
what I'm saying? We
I
was
think global
outside.
warming may have got worse. They wasn't this hot back in
Yeah,
the day.
I ain't gonna
feel
lie.
like
We
it
should
wasn't
have
this hot.
voted for Al Gore, bro. I'm just, like, I mean,
We
I know we
should
talking Greek
have.
shit, but bro, he been telling us,
He been saying the same shit. It was hot, but it wasn't this hot.
bro, he been
Right,
telling us
was.
about polar bears drowning, bro. He was trying to warn
Ice
People,
niggas,
cap
people
bro.
were
are
still
done.
passing out because it used to be from like I think like 12 to 7 or 12 to 8.
Yeah,
before.
we would be gone when the sun was still up.
Yeah, but people would get to the picnic at 12.
So let me ask y'all this then.
Facts.
Do y'all think Greek life is losing its way, or is it just getting less prevalent because we getting older?
Both.
Yeah, it's a combination of both.
Yeah, real talk. I feel like everybody, like a lot of the younger Greeks, they doing it just for social media,
For the gram,
or
yeah.
just for the sake of going viral. You get what I'm saying? Like even some of the things I see posted now is like people just want to be seen. You get what I'm saying? So now it's like, are you actually joining your organizations for the principles? You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
are you joining it just to be seen?
It's very clout driven. I think our
Right.
era started this social media clout shit, but they're doing what they've been taught and what's been normalized in their upbringing. But it is kind of crazy. Like, get ready with me for my probate.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Wait, somebody
get
did that?
ready for me for
It's
set.
a bunch of them.
Wait, for
yes,
probate?
Yes.
I never did.
And not just AKA.
Get ready for
Ah,
me
you
just
for
funny
set.
as shit.
Everybody's doing it.
That
is
was good.
very
That was
popular.
good.
Like
Get
even
ready
just
with me
like,
for
oh,
set.
I had plans. I can't let nobody know what. Like they're doing like behind the scenes, going to wherever they're going, whether it be set or a classroom, wherever they're going. Get ready with me. It's like, we did it, y'all, and it's just like y'all doing content.
I think that also falls like on the old heads too though. I'm guilty of this. Like I crossed at Ohio University. I'm not able to go back and help bring in new lines and teach tradition and this like that. But you know, you would hope that you would instill enough while you're there that it would still get passed on. But I mean, niggas get careers, bro.
No,
and
literally.
You move around.
I'm not
and
going back and helping with nothing like that.
Some
Coming
people
out help with.
Now we do know that some people, everybody in this room is your J, your Mel, your Trav. But then second, third, or fourth, you're a Q, you're an AK, you're
Yeah,
a
for
Q,
sure.
I'm off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's not like our highlight, our fraternity or
We have
sorority
other things
status.
to do.
We got other stuff going on. So some people, if that's what they are identified as, they're going back all the time to help because that's all they know.
Bro, it's a dangerous world out here. What I'm talking about. Like, I ain't really trying.
Get
Oh,
involved
yeah,
with
no,
it.
that too,
Incriminate
though.
yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely
No,
not.
that too though.
Yeah, I
I'm
ain't. You feel me?
Yeah.
Good.
Don't-
No,
Yeah,
I
like-
do. Like it was a point, and not doing no crazy shit, but just like advice pouring into the girls, whatever. Because the pandemic happened. I'm trying to get my life together, blah blah blah. So I stepped back and I look back and like, what the hell is going on in the chapter? What y'all
Yeah.
got going on? So I'm like, let me tap back in. So now I built actual genuine relationships with the younger girls and whatever. So now they have a direct ancestor to reach out to when they have questions and shit. It's like, damn, I should have tapped back in. You feel bad because again, I got shit to worry about, but at the same time, if it's something you care about and you know, okay, hey, here's how you do this, here's how you do that. Somebody may not have taught you. Because, again, the pandemic fucked a lot of shit up, too. Especially when it comes to lineage and reaching back or whatever. It's like a whole chunk of the chapter that the history books.
I do want to ask y'all this, though. Because I got all of y'all on here for a reason. All of y'all, like, are super popping in y'all lane, right? So I feel like, Nick, you've done a good job at balancing the two. So, but if you feel like it's different, you can give me an answer too. I was wondering, do y'all use, like, utilize Greek or your fraternity or sorority to benefit your career?
Absolutely.
You do? What about you? Do you think?
I've tapped in with the bro several times. You know, Terrence J, he put me in a movie.
Facts,
You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, there's nothing wrong with, like, leaning on the fraternity.
Was that
You know what
on
I'm
some
saying?
bruh shit, though?
That was on some, he seen where I was going. You get what I'm saying? And
Okay.
on top of that, we are the bros. So at the end of the day, you gotta look at it from that standpoint.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? He seen my work ethic, but we still the bros at the end of the day. Me put dog on.
You feel like you?
Will Packard had DM me just on some, hey man, when I come to the A, I want to tap in with you type shit.
Oh wow.
So and that was.
I
just
feel like
on
I
the
No,
phone.
legit. Speaking of, I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you out. But like every step I go, there's a rattler, Will Packer, or an AKA in the room somewhere.
Right.
We everywhere. So I always lean on the shit when I have to.
It's funny because I feel like I'm the total opposite. I feel like I don't. If you wouldn't know I was the bruhs, and it's crazy because when I first crossed, I was out as shit.
Yeah.
But it's like
That's
I'm
how I
like
met
the
you.
total.
We met just being Neos, like on Instagram.
For real?
That's how I followed you a long time ago.
Oh, I ain't know.
You had
We
that
was
one
kids.
video that went viral where you was doing the neck roll stuff, remember?
Oh yeah. You know.
And I was fast
That
back
was
in
your
my
first,
day.
That was your first viral video ever.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. My
When some new niggas dropped, I was like, oh, where they at?
no neck roll.
You
I
was
don't know
checking
what
for the cues?
I was
You know
fast.
the K's love the Q's.
Yeah, we were very Q forward.
But also we
line.
were different though. We created Neck Roll Mafia. I come down south. No, we did.
Neck Roll Mafia is hilarious. I don't know about that. I
No,
was just
no,
following
we
boys.
created for real. We created it to come down south and see kids saying Neck Roll Mafia. When I tell
what is Neck Roll Mafia?
Yeah, and when you say we made it, like, what do you, like,
You gotta
So,
watch the videos.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because to see bruhs like be saying Neck Roll Mafia, it'd be like, wow. Like it's really shocking because that's something literally that me, my ace from Pa, my guy Trey, damn. Shit.
RIP to him.
RP in the bruh life. He just he just denounced. And I want to talk to y'all about that.
You
Trey,
lost another one.
yeah.
I want to speak on that.
We gonna talk about that, my man.
Yeah,
Gavin. So like, I'm like we created that so to see it like bruhs, like young bruhs, like Neck Roll Mafia. I'm like, huh?
that's
And it's
crazy.
funny because I was telling my homie Biscuit, I'm like, yo, we really. I'm not Biscuit. I was telling my homie E, like, yo, I really created that. He was like, no, you didn't. To hear somebody like, I'm like, that's crazy.
So what is Neck Roll Mafia though? What made it a mafia?
Nothing. It's just some shit that I think one of my profiles screamed out while we was neck rolling. Cause you know, older heads, they always hate on the younger niggas, right?
Sure.
So we was doing a neck roll. And at the time, 09, 10, 11, like they ain't like that shit. Like y'all doing this neck roll shit. So like we
see,
neck rolling.
They neck rolled in Florida, so we was used to
Yeah,
it.
so we neck rolling and niggas like neck roll mafia in a video on Twitter. And we just ran with it. Like it wasn't
Got
like
it.
some shit we came together like, yo, let's create something. Nigga literally yelled it and it went viral.
Where was that viral video at though?
It was at
Lincoln University.
E-Sig. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't at Lincoln.
That was another one. We been did that
I seen
after
that- I seen
Lincoln.
that one first.
Yeah, we see.
I just wanted to shout out Lincoln University. That's all.
See, no, we did that shit at Bowie. The first video we did and you was just talking about this. We did 1 million views on Twitter and on Facebook. Niggas is getting
And this is back.
this is in
This is like old. No, it's
13.
20, oh yeah, that's crazy.
bro,
yeah.
13, 14. We getting posted by Bossip. We doing 1 million on Twitter
That's
and
when
Facebook.
like going viral was like a new thing, and you could really
Facts.
just
Yeah.
go viral.
That's
Exactly.
back
You know
when
what I'm saying?
a million views was viral back then.
No, that was all you needed.
Facts.
And you good.
Yeah, facts. So,
So
like,
I definitely feel like being Greek, I'm not gonna lead with it. I put the little pink and green hearts. I ain't gonna do too much. Pink and green hearts in the bio. Just when you come over here, you know. But I have AKAs in other rooms that have put me on just off the strength of that too.
damn.
So I ain't gonna not put it out there. And
Nah,
if I
facts.
see a little pink and green, hey Sora, that's all. And that hey Sora, hey frat, whatever y'all be saying, goes a long way.
Okay.
But I will say this though, in the real world, we all connected. You get what
Oh,
I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Yeah, facts.
Because
For
there's been
sure.
people in sororities and fraternities who have helped me out.
Facts.
You
me
ain't
on
gotta be
certain
mine,
things.
right.
You
Nah,
get what I'm
facts.
saying? So
Yeah.
it's always love. You know,
Nah,
I
that's a
think when
fact.
we neos and like we coming up, it's like a friendly competition. But when you into that real world, we need each other.
Oh, for sure.
You ever been like helped out by like an Iota?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I feel like that was a loaded question.
Right, he funny as hell.
I have, actually. I have.
Iotas be cool, man.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
Nah, real talk.
I'm ready.
Nick funny as shit.
I'm ready.
No, I have, though.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my bros, man. Shout out to my bro, Tim. You know,
Okay.
held me
Shout out
down
to
plenty
Tim.
of times. You know, so, yeah, I've been helped out by Iota.
Okay.
Yeah, and also my bro Stutter, too. So, yeah, they look out.
Can I be real since we joking?
Yep.
I ain't
Can
gonna lie.
be real since we joking.
No, for real. So, one of my things, like when I go to schools and talk to high school kids, I don't know how the brothers will feel about this, but like, I tell people like if an organization don't fit you, you can create your own. And like I know, like when we were younger, we joke about the Iotas. I don't know how y'all feel, but this is my opinion. You know how like strong you got to be to come years after,
Start your
right?
own shit.
Everybody and be like, you know what? I'm gonna start my own shit, and then everybody making fun of you. You know how strong you got to be to know your fraternity is the quote unquote laughing stock of the D9, and still say I'm gonna join this fraternity. So like I know it might be a joke,
That's some cool
but
shit.
that's some man time. Like that's really because think about it. When we just talking about now, everybody joined the fraternity. Why? Because they want to go viral. For the wrong reason.
Yeah.
Oh, the Qs, the Kappas, because they got this or they got that.
Right.
The Alphas because they this is that right. So to know, maybe not now. I don't know, but it was once upon a time. I know in 13. So to know your fraternity is the laughing stock of the D9 and be like, nah, I'm gonna do that. I think that's one of the most stand-up
You gotta
things
have
somebody can do.
vision.
Yeah,
Legit.
like in my opinion.
Yeah,
And
no.
it also depends on where you at, because at Ohio State,
Yeah.
Iotas run the campus, so they might be laughing stock in certain places. We ain't having that at my school. You know
It's
what I
a
mean?
regional thing, yeah.
It's a regional
Okay,
thing.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So depending on where you at, you might be lit. You know what I mean? Like at my school, ain't nobody want to be no Sigma. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, you either gonna be Alpha, you gonna be a Kappa, or you gonna be a Q. You're not gonna be a Sigma. And ain't no Iotas there, but it's all just regional. And
Yeah, and I think it depends. Like I know in my school, from my freshman year to when I graduated, my senior year, I watched the Iotas like rebrand in real time. That shit was really cool to see. I'm not gonna lie. Like my freshman year was like 1 or 2 Iotas. They song will come on, everybody like looking around, whatever. And then my sophomore year, they crossed the line. It was like somebody who was in our class we knew. So it was like, okay, we know an Iota now. That's cool. They crossed another, like a football player.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, okay, cool. They got another. Okay, we know him. He's cute. Cool. And then a Iota came and transferred from New Jersey, and they the shit in Jersey. So he was bringing the Jersey Iota culture to FAMU. And when I tell you that changed everything.
yeah, all you
like,
gotta do is get one lit motherfucker.
you need one lit nigga. And he was bringing the Jersey niggas down. They was teaching them new dances, blah, 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 blah. By the next line they had, it was like 7 niggas. And the next one they had like 8. And I'm like, whoa! It was fine Iotas on campus. I was like,
This girl.
crazy.
Crack it up.
Yo, this girl's
You
crazy.
said 7, then next year it was 8.
Bro, it's funny because anytime when you said like I met you like online or some shit like that, I followed you when I saw you cross. I remember I was doing an interview and I always get scared when somebody be like, I knew you when you first crossed. I'm like, what the fuck? Cause I just be like, what the hell did I do?
Because you was dangerous.
My boy
No,
was outside. For
I was
real.
outside.
He was wild.
I think the people was just fast and just like
What do you
thirst
mean by that?
following. I was just following niggas because I just like boys. I was
When did
just
y'all
like,
when did
boom,
y'all
boom, 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 boom.
become aware of each other?
I feel
In-
like
in
I always,
13.
like
You know what
13,
I mean?
okay.
Yeah. He been supporting me since day one because, you know, I was going viral on Vine. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And one time he went on Vine and he went into his library
Yeah.
at Morgan
and I redid this video.
and redid one of my videos.
Oh, that's lit.
Funniest thing ever.
That's
You
when
get
you used to go
what
in
I'm
the stores and scream and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
You know?
so mind you, like I'm
That's
wild.
funny.
I used to always be a wild nigga. So I'm about to do this shit in the library. Niggas like, yo, don't do that shit, bro. Because it was some ignorant shit. Like nigga going to McDonald's, get the hell. Like
I don't
everybody,
care.
like,
He don't like me telling this story, but I'm gonna tell it.
oh my
I
god.
don't care.
bro.
Every time we link up, I'm telling this story. It don't matter where we at, what podcast we on, where we at. I was in Baltimore. I needed a car. He had just bought his car, like literally just bought it. So there was no insurance on it yet. He said, Trav, I don't have no insurance on this car, but I trust you. And I really needed that car right then and there. And he gave me the car, man. That's my dog right there.
Oh, you ain't
My
doing nothing
dog.
wrong with it.
No, I ain't doing
No,
nothing
no,
wrong.
no,
but-
no.
In bad. Okay.
Now, what I will say, you know what's funny? Damn, I don't know if I can say this now, but I'm like the most unsafe as far as brand. You know, you was just talking about your own post. Not me. I'm unsafe as shit when it comes to brand shit. But anyway, Trav, right? So Trav was like the second most famous Q, right? But like my experience from like with Trav and like
Wait, who was the first?
I was like, who is
Ricky
the first?
Smiley.
oh
Steve Harvey?
no, I was gonna say Terrence.
Oh, Terrence. We just
So-
Judge Mathis.
What did Terrence say? What did Terrence say?
Is
Judge
Mathis
Mathis is
a Q? Is
crazy.
Judge Mathis a Q? I just
He's
made that
an
up, didn't I?
alpha.
Yo, the people
He's an alpha?
Yes.
Did not know that.
the people I
was
know,
being
right?
funny.
So, but my experience with the two is like total opposite. Like Trav, like I feel like Trav was popular since I crossed, but it was always love. I think he even pulled up on us one time, on like, but he was so popular. It was like he was, but then, you know, I just ain't get the other experience from the other guys, you know. But yeah, that's it.
No, Trav is an OG. I'm gonna give you your flowers real quick, bro. Trav is an OG, bro. He
Appreciate that.
I love to see niggas still be able to adjust to the times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fact that, you know, we just was talking about it earlier, like you cleaned up your image, like you don't be cussing in your videos and shit. Your shit is very safe for work. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I
Yeah,
feel like
facts.
you highlight black women. You in a nice humorous way. You don't disrespect them no shit like that.
Nah,
though,
that's
bro.
a fact.
I just like to see, like, you got to think, bro. If you've been doing this shit since
Vine?
Yeah,
was that
Yeah.
20? That's
Yeah.
2012, 2013.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
nigga, that's 12 years.
A lot of people
Fact.
couldn't transition from Vine.
Nah, that's a fact.
And you're not dipping
Yeah.
off. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, you still,
shit,
you
he
know
hit a
what I mean?
million
So,
followers. He going up.
going up.
Yeah,
So,
nah, for
you know,
sure.
Just at some point, I don't know if you do this or not, bro, but just also just understand that, take that in, and just
Nah,
you know,
most definitely,
For
because
sure.
you know when you working so hard, you don't really like realize your accomplishments.
You
know what
don't.
I'm saying? So when like just hearing it right now, I appreciate that.
No,
Real
that's
talk.
facts,
Even
that's
like when
facts.
BET highlighted me as one of the top 10 creators for the 2025 culture class, it was like when they reached out, I was like, me? They was like, yeah, like we've been watching for a long time. You get what I'm saying? So it's like just taking that in. But I live by that motto, stay humble, stay working. So I don't never like let it get to my head. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? But every time you tell me to pull up, you already know I'm pulling
Yeah,
up on
facts,
you.
always.
Whatever you need. This is our first time meeting each other.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
look.
saying? So you feel me
Uh-oh.
now, too,
Thank
so-
you. Uh-oh.
I don't know about that.
What happened?
Because you just said, you know, every time you tell me to pull up, I'm pulling up. I recall a time.
You talking about me?
No, to my Trav.
Oh,
I recall a time when Trav was supposed to pull up and Trav, you didn't pull up, man.
Where I was supposed to pull up?
I think it's the first time I met you in person when I was doing the DC Greek Fest.
DC Greek. What year was that?
This
I think I
was-
remember that.
This was like 2022.
I was there.
I
Oh,
don't
you
was,
came and did my podcast.
and
I was
Trav
hosting.
was supposed to pull up.
No.
And-
We talking about the time I hosted too? In 2022?
Nah, this was the first year they did the DC
Yeah, it
Greek
was the first
Fest.
year.
First year they did
But
the
I-
DC Greek Fest.
We
I was
always been
hosting.
good though.
Nah.
He was supposed to do the podcast with us?
Yep. He's supposed to pull up.
What year was that? 2022 or 2023?
I'm gonna go look.
It wasn't 23.
I'm
It
gonna
wasn't
look-
22 either, because I was down here.
It might have been
That's-
20. It
might
might
have
have been
been-
21.
I was down here already.
Anytime Jay hit me and asked me to pull up.
It
Jay,
might have been like 18.
anytime you hit me, even when you was in Baltimore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? What
Remember
year
that?
was that?
Remember that podcast episode where you? Yeah, y'all
Yeah,
asked me
yeah.
that wild ass question. He was supposed
What was
to
the
pull up
wild
that
ass
day.
question?
This,
Would he suck a nigga dick on camera for $1 million?
that wasn't the question. That's
he an
crazy.
actor.
That's
Remind me
actually
the year. I
fine.
probably had to dip out.
I'm gonna go look. I'm
Whoa.
gonna look. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look. That's it.
I was dancing.
That's crazy.
We don't want to know. We don't want to
No,
know.
it was Woody kissed somebody for $1 million acting role.
It was
Kiss a man.
2021,
2021. One
Little
month.
kiss.
July.
Before I moved here.
You still had the braids.
Where was it at? DC?
Yeah.
Yeah. It says Washington St. Elizabeth's.
I got to check my phone and see what I was doing.
I don't know, because I know I had an interview with Trav before that, but I don't know.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know. But,
I just was talking shit, bro.
yo, I do want to, so I want to pivot, though.
Okay.
Let's pivot.
I want to ask y'all, like, more serious conversation. What do y'all think is going on with, I feel like it's a, what would we call it? An epidemic of people denouncing because of religious reasons.
I think people are, again, everything points back to social media, which is probably why we all gonna die in the end of the world and AI and all shit, we gonna die. But I think with social media being what it is and things being in your face more, just like, I think a lot of people are going through religious psychosis. And that's an extreme, but I also feel like people have a level of like guilt or wanting to fit in. I did a video about this, and the church girls were not pleased with me at all. But I was talking about how a lot of the church women, because I've had so many neos this year alone denounce, and it's like, girl, leave us alone. You know what I'm saying? But I think also like it can get really deep. But you think about like white supremacy and that umbrella, and like women going back into like this conservatism, black Christians being more conservative, blah 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 blah. Everything is the devil. You want a good Christian husband and you want to go to heaven, so you got to let go of the devil sorority. But the men don't, not as much. They're not denouncing as much, but I am seeing more men. They are denouncing too. But I feel like women are twice as bad.
And to make it worse, they posting this shit like.
They posting it. They having denouncing conferences now. They're all like the denouncers are linking up and starting a new
now they're going to be a fraternity.
Now they having a denouncing fraternity. You taking it a long way. You still going to hell now. Great. So it's just a lot. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the black church has us in a chokehold in general, but there's a level of shame and guilt that's a part of it, and people start to shame and guilt the sorority. Oh, it's demonic. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, my mom is the most safe person I know. Her and Jesus like this. If she ain't denounce, I'm not denouncing.
So the latest thing I've seen was us having to recite or like take an oath, right? People are trying to say like you're not supposed to pledge to anybody, like God says don't pledge to nobody else, right? Then I think about it and I'm like, we pledge allegiance to the fucking flag.
To the flag. If you a doctor, you take an oath.
Nigga, if you get on the stand, you take an oath.
You go to the military, you take an oath.
I feel like a lot of people are still trying to find themselves right now. So that's why they're trying to denounce, because like, what am I trying to do? What am I trying to accomplish?
What's holding me back?
You get what I'm saying? So they're looking for that reason. Like you said, you don't have to make an announcement. If you're going to denounce, just denounce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And keep it pushing. Tell your chapter, tell your line brothers, and that's all I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Or some close brothers, but going on the internet be like, hey guys, I'm denouncing, and this is why. They're following a trend. And it's like, you know what? If you find yourself, find yourself. And I'm not hating on nobody. If you want to denounce, if that's what you feel like the right decision is, then do that. But you don't have to make an announcement. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? You can just keep it pushing.
If that's your conviction, that's your conviction. Right. I'm not in you and God's group chat. You know, I don't know what y'all over there talking about. But the posting or the making the videos, linking up with other denouncers, y'all going to hell, you blocking line sisters, it just gets really, really, really strange.
You know what I don't like, if we're going to be real? First of all, we can all have the conversation about how religion was created to separate us. We can have that conversation. But there's another conversation about like the specific religion that you're a part of, right? So we talk about Christianity. I don't know if we want to get this deep into it, but a lot of things that we follow today isn't Christianity.
Yeah.
If we would have had a conversation. Niggas are celebrating Christmas, niggas are celebrating Easter, niggas are celebrating Valentine's Day, niggas are celebrating fucking Halloween.
Right.
But you want to denounce from a fraternity.
Because, listen, it's a very slippery slope. Because, like, if you want to uncover shit, we can just be doing this all day.
No, all day.
All day.
Literally all day.
Literally all day. I do, if being in a sorority
niggas is having sex out of the way. I mean,
but
if you want to go there,
yeah,
I mean, we can go there. And I'm not saying that, wait, I'm not saying you got to be perfect. Because what I will say is, when I was like, so I've taken a step back. I don't want to say taking a step back, but I'm not as consistent with my church as I was, right?
Yeah, same.
And when I was super consistent, I started doing things that was easier for me, right? And I will be honest, like getting married was one of them, because I was with my lady for so long, and I felt like this is a sin that I don't have to commit. We can go to the courthouse. We can get this done. This is something that I don't have to commit. So I can see somebody saying this is one of the easier sins that I can get rid of. So I don't want to like start being judgy, but I'm just saying it's so many things. And because I'm a part of the fraternity, and I know for a fact, we ain't worshiping no devil.
Yeah.
We ain't worshiping no, like, and when we talk about being an idol, anything can be an idol.
Anything.
Football can be an idol. Your kid can be an idol. Let's talk about it. Like, people don't understand that when we talk about idols, it's not just an object. It's anything that you put in front of God. So it's like when we talk, like when I hear people denouncing, I'm just curious, because it's like, what do y'all think this is to want to denounce?
My thing is, I think it's an insult to God, because you think God is stupid. You think God can't discern what's an idol and what's not, or can't discern what you worship and what you're not worshiping. Like, if I'm in a sorority, but I'm not active, I repeated what I needed to repeat and said what I needed to say X amount of years ago. But you think God don't know my heart? If God know your heart, he know your heart. But again, I'm not in people's brain. I'm not in people's conversations with God to know. But for me, I feel like God knows the difference. God is not dumb.
But if we're going to have the conversation, right, let's have it.
Right.
For real, though.
Let's unpack it.
That's the one thing that I think, if anything could be different, maybe niggas don't have to recite.
And that was the
recite
one
anything.
part I remember me and me
And we
my
being
license
real.
after
Like, if
was
we
like,
gonna talk
now,
about it, we
did
talking
you
about
see
it.
that one part? Yeah, that one part was kind of crazy, right? And we kind of made a face, and I was like, I kind of watermelon strawberried that part because it was uncomfortable. I will say, but after that, I was just like, all right, next, because we got the candles and it's weird and we in the dark and blah, blah. It is iffy, but I think. But at the same time, we're citing Bible verses. We're going to church. We're doing this. We're doing that. But I think also with secret societies in general, they all have that weirdness to it. Because it was a girl who denounced Spelman. Because Spelman itself is a sorority.
I'm sorry.
She did.
That
You didn't see
almost went
that?
over my head. I'm like, oh shit.
Wait, she denounced her school?
Yes.
She denounced Spelman.
Why? I'm not.
Spelman is a sorority. Morehouse is a fraternity. Like, they have oaths for the school. Like, they have a process for the school. Like, they freshman week is them basically, like, being online. Because they're like, they like cross the school. It's like a whole thing. That's why if you notice the Spelman sororities are all like chartered in like the late 70s and 80s because they didn't have sororities for a long time because the school itself was kind of meant to be the sorority. If that makes sense.
Crazy.
And if Spelman girlies don't fight me if I'm wrong. Like, but from my understanding of my Spelman friends, what they talked about, like the sisterhood is the school itself. So creating a sisterhood within the sisterhood is where a lot of conflict came from. Now I know the Morehouse chapters are older because I know A-Row is like 1924. They've been have fraternities, but for a long time, Spelman did not have sororities.
And that's why I said,
D9 at
if
least.
we're going to have the conversation, I do want to have like, seriously.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing, if anything could change, because honestly, without that, everything is still the same.
Everything is still the same.
Literally.
No, like I don't know what y'all say. I don't know what y'all say. But like we had a moment where I was like, I'm sorry. But other than that, that was a quick little moment, whatever. But also, I feel like God understands. Like, well, no, you said that thing.
Yeah.
Now you got to go to hell. I don't think God is that petty.
I don't. It wasn't nothing like that was necessarily iffy. Maybe you like. I didn't.
Right.
Second, like it was really about brotherhood.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking about it right, and I'm not trying to give too much away, but like it was literally an old tower brothers, and of course we, traditions and things like that. But it was never like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm a.
Pledge your life and your soul and your spirit.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
was
like,
literally about my brothers, and
I'm saying whatever to get out of there. Fuck that.
I mean, you thinking of some of the song lyrics too, like, okay, all of my love and my heart or whatever. It's like
Oh yeah.
they
yeah.
all remix gospel songs. It does get iffy.
but even bro,
But
if
we-
y'all want to be real though,
we all
because
good in
even
here.
within the gospel music sector, right, of the genre,
Right.
you have Christians out there who talk down on people that do gospel music because it's still some sort of secular music.
Oh yeah, but you get too. They let Kirk Franklin have it.
Yeah, so it's like,
It's too strict.
It's just
No,
It's too many rules.
everybody in this room is good because God is the Alpha,
And the Omega, amen.
so we good. If everybody in the sorority fraternity is going to hell, bro, hell gonna be lit because there's gonna be so many motherfuckers in that
Literally.
motherfucker.
No,
You're
I have a
crazy.
joke I wrote about this for Standup, and I was just like, it just has to be a logistical nightmare for hell if all of the people that got to go to hell for all the stuff they got to
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Can you imagine the paperwork the devil got to file if everybody got to go to hell just
Ain't
for
gonna be
being
no
an AK?
room.
God, they ain't got no beds.
That is hilarious.
They ain't got no beds.
That
Yeah,
is
he could. I
hilarious.
don't
Hell
think it's
can't
no-
be that crowded. It's got to be some other way. But I think it becomes a fad. I think it becomes something cool to do. I think you get in these churches and the churches kind of are brainwashy. The churches get culty, and that's the other thing too. You denouncing, but you're in a culty church. Now ain't nobody heard from me. I think that's my biggest concern with the denouncing, and it's that
Come
it's
on.
the sense of community that is in these organizations. And if you close off this part of your community and your only community is whatever church you're in, that's how the brainwashing happens, and abuse can happen here and all kind. You can't leave. You can't. Now you done shaved all your hair off. You got a long skirt on. It's a lot going on.
Have you guys ever had like a conversation with somebody that denounced, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
And what was it like? I know besides the reason they put on the internet, like what did they say? You know what
So
I'm saying?
I have an ex co-initiate who has denounced, and we had a real conversation about it because it was just like so much happening at once.
Right.
And this is last year when the little Alpha chapter Delta girl denounced like a month after the probate. Did you see that? Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I seen that.
She denounced like it had been 4 weeks, and I'm just like it was a lot. Then it was like a lot of denouncing happening at around the same time. I guess it just happens probate season. I don't know, but we were just talking about it. I'm just like, my concern is, okay, you denounce today. What if you denounce me next? Because I'm on stage talking about dick every weekend. You know what I'm saying? So at what point are we no longer going to be friends because you've denounced?
Right.
Or what is the limit? Are you not going to come to homecoming no more because we sitting at homecoming? What's the limit? You know what I'm saying? Right. And, you know, I was talking to them and they were just like, you know, this is my personal thing. I don't want to do this. She was like, I don't want to denounce. But this is my conviction. This is something that's keeping me up at night, and God had told me to do it. And I respect that. Right. They never made a video or nothing, but I just respect their decision in that. When the people get online and posting rituals and stuff, that's when it gets weird, and you linking up and you making Instagram now, you making content about it because you want attention.
Right.
But it was somebody who genuinely, like, this is my conviction. God said this. I'm being obedient. I tried to avoid. I tried to not do this, but I can't sleep at night because of it. This is what God said to do, and I'm doing it. I'm being obedient to God. Respect, period, no notes. Do that.
Right.
Because I can't tell you what God, that's why I keep on saying, like, I can't tell you what God told you.
Right.
But for the people who do it for content, or you just want a nigga in the church, you know what I'm saying? In my video that I did on TikTok, I was just like, you want a nigga in church, and the nigga in church is just James on the drums. It's just that one nigga, and he cheat. Or somebody's like, he might be gay. He might be gay. He might hit you. It's so much. And I think the black church is not a safe enough space for y'all to be sacrificing community to be a part of. Because you think about all the abuse, all the sexual abuse, all the verbal abuse. You think about how judgy it is. You think about the Maverick City nigga said he voted for Trump like 3 days ago. It's just so much foolishness in the black church that you may as well say it in your sorority.
And even when you're talking about making things an idol, I feel like within the black church, they make the pastor idol.
They make the pastor. Y'all have appreciations, all this stuff.
A lot of people are going to the church because the pastor's there, and if the pastor's not preaching for that day, they won't go.
They worshiping the pastor.
I seen a church where they was doing like some theatrics or something. What was it? Y'all seen that video? But it was like a whole bunch of just some BS, bro. It was
Easter?
like it was not. You said it again. I'm sorry.
Was it Easter?
It probably was the church
no
when
idea,
what song was it? They was playing a song.
Oh, when they was playing Swag Surf at church?
I think it was. Like I remember
going to
it
that
was
church.
a lot.
It's like what they got.
Dream Center was playing Swag Surf. It was an instrumental, but it was playing at church and it was swag. And here's the thing with that, because I did defend Dream Center because they also had a Greek Sunday and people were strolling in the sanctuary and they were dragging them for that. But I'm like, going to church, they have different themed Sundays, and there is a Greek Sunday. That is a thing. You know what I'm saying? But they're not being inappropriate. They had a prepared step, and they did a prepared thing, because they're not inherently demonic. And I'm in the whole deconstruction era, so like this is why I'm like, yes, I couldn't wait to talk about this shit. But I did a video saying that everything that's not Christian is not inherently demonic. You know what I'm saying? Like they saying, oh, this chair wasn't blessed by God, so it's demonic. Everything not demonic. Some things are demonic, but everything is not demonic.
Right.
So even in the black church, there are plenty of things to criticize, because the pastor got a private jet and he landed on the helipad to come to church service. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that that is crazy. I don't know what you're talking about though. Like I'm sure it was an Easter play and somebody was flying in the sky.
It was in an actual. I gotta go look at the video, but it was an actual church where there was like a whole bunch of theatrics, and I'm like, this has nothing to do
with God.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, but even to your point though, bro, like so, the church I go to, right, and it's still uncomfortable to me because it's so different, right? But that's why I decided to go to the church, because all they talk about is how to get to heaven, and they preach every sermon is out of the Bible, right?
Right.
And although I do miss my traditional black church, what I will say is if you take a step outside of your comfort zone, and you will see that most churches today, most black Christian churches today, is not really preaching about getting to the kingdom of heaven. It's really motivational preaching, right? And like, if you look at it, like, I don't know if that's good or not. That's all I'm gonna say. Like most pastors that I see, black pastors that I see, is really motivational. That's why I like them, because it's like, oh wow, I can relate to that. I decided to go to a different church and I see the difference, and I'm like, wow. Although I appreciate the black church, it's like now our question is like, yo, are you really giving me the sermons that I need to get to heaven? Because that's what it should be about.
I think a lot of churches too, outside of some churches want a cute little soundbite for social media so they can go viral. Now they getting online ties. But some people aren't I might get tongue tied when I get excited. Okay, some preachers are not preaching about how to get to heaven. They're preaching about how not to go to hell. And that's also the issue. You tell me what not to do. Well, what do I need to be doing? You saying don't be gay, don't be a whore, don't do this, don't do that. Okay, we get it. I don't need to be sucking dick. So how do I get to heaven? What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? You over here just shaming and whatever, everything else. What are the steps? How do I call God?
If we want to, we can have this conversation.
We can have the conversation
because honestly, they're not having that conversation because they don't even know. Because
what?
In the traditional church, bro, they're still doing a lot of things wrong. Like a lot of these things that we see in the traditional church is tradition, right? But it's tradition of the wrong thing. So even if we go back to the Protestant church, right? We broke off of the Catholic church to still abide by some rules, and we just changed it to what worked for us. Okay,
Right.
so they're killing people for not going to church, so we won't kill people, but we'll still take everything else with them, right? So even if we go back to like Christmas, I don't even want to say going to church on Sundays. I don't even want to go there. We ain't even gonna go that deep. Things like Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Things like Easter, like it's like this didn't work. I didn't like this, so what I'll do is I'll change this because I know killing people is wrong, but I'll keep this. So we're still keeping rules from the Catholic Church, right?
Yeah.
But we're fixing it in a way that worked for us, if that makes sense. So it still ain't right if you want to be technical.
No, I mean, the other gag is if you really want to wake it up, this wasn't even our religion. This was beaten and raped and murdered into us by the man, and it all comes down back to white supremacy and whatever. Because there were Christian people practicing Christianity in Africa before the slave trade. They were like Ethiopia, though. They wasn't West Africa where they got us from. So it's like they gave us this. I think black people are still so traumatized from slavery, even though it's been X amount of years. We're still in this slave mentality of things being beaten into us, things being, okay, this or hell. Listen to your master, you're going to hell. That's still, the message is still kind of the same, even though they've changed the word. You know what I'm saying? Denounce your organization or you're going to hell. Get a husband and stop having sex out of marriage or you're going to hell. So it's like that or hell has still been waved over our heads like it's been for hundreds and hundreds of years. When again, this was a religion that was given to us like, here, take it or die. So we done got off topic on Greek life, but it all ties back in. Yeah.
Just stop denouncing online. That's the...
Just denounce and go home.
Peace. Denounce and peace.
Denounce and peace.
That's it.
It gets kind of weird.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, it can even go to our practices in the organizations that still kind of go back to slavery as well. If you want to wake that up as well. And we wouldn't get to
You didn't go through your initiation online, did you? No. So denounce
and that
peace.
too.
Oh.
And that too. But they say, oh, well, I publicly declared my membership, so I can publicly declare my denunciation. That's their logic. That's what the people be saying.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I did
that's
hear
what
that.
they be saying. So yeah.
Yo, do y'all think we get further away from the tradition of our fraternity and sororities as older we get and like as farther away from it we get? Because I know me, I joke a lot. I might throw the yo up, just having fun, right? But there's a group of people out there who take this very serious, and I think I take it very serious, but I'm just having fun. Do y'all think that, or it might just be a me thing, but do y'all think we get further away from those traditions and things like that?
Like
and
the founders for traditions?
And yeah, our fraternity traditions and sororities, and
for sure.
is that like,
Yeah.
is that disrespect or is it just fun?
No, it's like, you know, the game telephone where you whisper something to somebody.
Things is gonna change over time.
And then, you know, the message when they come back around ain't going to be the same.
Imagine
Right.
showing your founders you hopping. You'd be like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
So things are gonna get introduced over time naturally. Like a lot of stuff we be doing, that wasn't the original vision. They was kind of just trying to make their own thing and do this and do that and kind of fight oppression. And we twerking with Sexy Red on stage. That wasn't the vision.
But then
that's
you might get some lames that get into organizations because they might got good grades. But then whatever their experience was during their process, now when it's their time to bring in somebody else, now they want to just be like over the top and be extra and do a whole
Yeah.
bunch
Even
of
some of
shit.
the paraphernalia that, you know, people are wearing nowadays. You know, it's not right.
Nah,
you get what I'm saying? You got
facts.
some stuff that may be raunchy on there that, you know, if I found or seen it, then they'll be like, why are you wearing that? You
What's
get what I'm
right
saying?
though? Because you know,
So-
for us,
Yeah.
Y'all
at
do
a certain
anything.
time, we get to fighting about a different color. Like what's
I
considered
think-
right or wrong?
As a woman in sorority, especially someone who's observed how fraternities move and how y'all do, y'all get away with a lot. Y'all nail ya. Y'all have expletives on the shirts. It may not have the letters, but it has the colors. You know what? Oh, sit here. You know, shit like that. Y'all been doing shit like that for years, and that's part of the culture, which is a whole nother conversation about like rape culture
That's
and
a-
fraternities. Whole nother conversation.
I'm with that.
You know, I don't know if I feel like whacking y'all today. So I don't-
Hey, that's a great
but
conversation.
that's a
You
whole
tripping.
nother conversation. I mean, we can have it, but like rape culture is such a big, even with like Qs, like I be whacking Qs all the time because I don't know a woman who's gone to a college, especially HBCU, who has not been sexually assaulted by a Q.
Damn.
Full stop. Whether it be, oh, they're picking us up at parties.
Maybe
ah,
not
ah.
like 2024, 25.
It's gotten better, oh, for sure, because of our stories, telling those
For
stories,
sure,
the
yeah.
Me Too movement, Bill Cosby, all kinds of other shit. Like, I've seen the change in real time, and then the girls these days are more vocal about it. We would just get harassed and get shut the fuck up about it.
But also, men are more vocal about doing the right thing too. Because we
Yeah, like,
at a
no,
point,
for sure.
we didn't know. Let's be real. We can't ignore the times.
No, the
You can't
times
ignore
I
the
think
times.
I think again,
Even on like I just seen Happy Gilmore, right? And they made, I think one of the joke was like, you can't talk about that now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I think it's a times thing, but also, yeah, in some instances, y'all fucking knew better. Like, the things that I've gone through, even my personal experiences, like, I'm in a road trip with one of the bros. We driving, it's pitch black. We were driving back for AGP. I'm asleep. Why are you grabbing my titty?
Yeah,
what
that's
the fuck
crazy.
is going on?
I mean, you
know that's wrong.
Yeah.
And we ain't got to get too deep.
But I'm talking about
that's that individual.
Yeah,
no,
but
no,
that's
no.
crazy.
I know, but I'm
You know
just
what I'm
saying.
When I'm talking about a culture,
well, obviously, everybody didn't touch my titty, but
that's
yes.
crazy. When I'm thinking of culture, I'm thinking about, let's say, picking people up.
No. Yeah, no.
That's
We can
still-
go further. I'm just saying my personal experience. Like, we've
Okay.
all had a personal experience.
Okay.
Culture-wise, I remember
That's still rape culture, though.
This still is a part of the
It is.
culture
Like, so
of.
at the road trip, was it like dark though? Like,
It was dark. Yeah, it wasn't.
It don't matter,
broad
she
day.
sleep.
It was. I was
no,
asleep.
I mean he might have been like trying to
How did you
find like
handle
his
that?
neck
Being funny.
pillow.
How did you handle
nigga.
that situation?
You freeze up when you're being.
But, so that's the obvious. I want to. That's obviously bad. I want to talk about the culture of
No, no,
like
and
not
I'm-
knowing, like picking, because
No,
that's
no,
still.
yeah, it's still bad. So
Yeah,
even
you know what I'm
that,
saying?
I remember going to parties. They might bite your ass, and at the time it's like, oh my god, he might bite my ass. But as I got older, I was like, this nigga was biting ass.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And that's a cultural thing.
Y'all was biting ass. Y'all bit ass. before?
Shut your ass up. I probably did.
And
I don't know.
I was by the door collecting the money, so I wasn't even
grown up.
involved.
As a grown up, I can acknowledge that is assault. Like it
It
was
is,
fun.
yeah.
Like with the tucker party, how they biting ass, but like they was biting ass.
Yeah.
Or even the fact that I remember I seen a cue when y'all had y'all conference in New Orleans. A nigga had a shirt that said Bill Cosby is my frat brother. This is in the height of his case.
That's
The
wild.
culture
Shit.
that made him. I'm gonna type this up. I'm gonna put it on a graphic. I'm gonna print it on a T-shirt. I'm
Bill
gonna walk out in
Cosby?
public.
But that's what I disagree right there. Shirts like, you know what I'm saying? Those certain type
No,
of
it's
shirts.
inappropriate.
You
No,
get
for
what I'm
sure,
saying?
for
Like,
sure. The fact
because-
that he made it
yeah.
out of the hotel is crazy. That you felt emboldened enough. I'm gonna walk in public with this on my
That's
shirt.
a great point. The fact
That
he
is
made
a
it out of the hotel.
cultural thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a cute culture because some people are like, oh, bruh, it's so funny. You may think it's offensive because you have sense, but like, bruh, let me take a picture. Ha ha ha. That is the cultural issue, and it's a bigger thing. It's a bigger umbrella.
Another thing. Sorry to cut you off.
No.
Stop smoking and y'all nail you. All right? If you be a smoker, go to the side. Do it. Stop smoking. It's not cute. It's not cool. All right? Go to the side. Do whatever you do.
Sure.
Real
And
talk.
that we couldn't drink in our nail. I had a
can't-
straw
yeah,
you're not
burrito in my
supposed to
hand as a
drink in
nigga.
there.
My
Yeah, you can't
papa was like,
drink-
how dare you? I'm like, oh.
We would
but
not-
again,
yeah.
y'all doing keg stands, nail, y'all don't care. Y'all, we gotta have the titties or whatever y'all chance be. Because y'all get to do that, and that's a whole nother conversation about like misogyny and all the things and whatever. But it's just like, y'all get to do a lot. We got in trouble for so much shit that y'all wouldn't even believe that was just like normal shit in undergrad because sororities are way more strict. And now that the society has changed more, and the pendulum is swinging the other way with all this Trump shit, conservatism and all that. Now, no, it's just about to be a free-for-all in like 6 months. But a lot has changed, thankfully, and it's saved a lot of the girls from some harm. But shit was a zoo.
Yo, let me ask you this then. I mean, I just had this conversation, so I don't want to get too far in it because I literally, it was an uncomfortable conversation about like just rape culture and shit. But since you're here and we're talking about Greek life, do you think it's a statute of limitation? I don't want to say that. I don't like statute of limitation. I don't like that word. But like, do you think it's some sort of level like of growth, a growth period where from not knowing any better to knowing better to your experience, right? Like, let's say not even because a nigga grabbing your titty while you sleep. I feel like that's so obvious.
That's crazy.
But
That's crazy,
let's say
yeah.
like picking you up, right?
I
That
think-
could be obvious, but that was a norm for Q. Do you think it could
Right.
be like, yo, this was a growth, like, or I did that, right? And then, especially with this T-app thing, right? That was something that I did. I didn't know that was wrong at the time. I know that's wrong. I can look at that and I was like, yo, no, that I shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
Or is that still like a me too? Like, yeah, he was a weird.
I mean, I think there's a level of, oh, ha, boys will be boys about things. And some things you just know is damn wrong. You know you're not supposed to grab a bitch titty when she's asleep.
Yeah,
That's
for sure. Yeah,
full
yeah.
stop. But I think like, even like, which isn't a sexual thing, but like throwing bitches in the pool at a party. You
Okay.
know damn well she don't be throwing in the pool, but you throwing her in the pool. It's a consent thing. Or even like and it's like funny because it's some girls at the party who can't wait to get picked up. But you want to pick the bitch up in the corner who just there with her friends. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's when it's like, you know you're not doing right.
Yeah.
You know right from wrong to an extent. Okay, yeah, dang, you may not have known it was like a sexual assault. But you knew you was on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a level of, I'm not saying y'all need to be hauled off. Any nigga who picked a bitch up in the party need to go to jail. No, I'm not saying that. But like, you knew you wasn't being well behaved when you did that. And some things is like party fun shit. But there is a level of right
So
from
keeping
wrong.
it on Greek world, right? Like, what is there some type of like, I don't know the exact word, but like area of like safety zone for making the mistake, right? Like is it or is it nowadays it's like no, if you do this, cut off.
I think
like
when you think about a
automatic.
college party and the environment with liquor is involved, niggas. Like I remember back in the day, couples would go through parties with whipped cream. You might get whipped cream on your titties, and he might lick it off, and it might be gross. And we would just be like, and that's the thing. Like I remember so many uncomfortable situations from undergrad when I was just like, that was crazy, and I would go about my night. But like, damn, this nigga just licked your titty in the middle of the party. It was just so much stuff like that, and we just kind of like dealt with it. So now I remember like 2018, 19 when the girls started coming out with their stories. I'm like, damn, they're so brave because we didn't say nothing. These rapists got to graduate and get married and go be lawyers and do all kinds of shit.
Everybody but Alpha is crazy.
But is that like is that like a rapist at that point? Like I understand the
I think
experience.
sometimes I'm not saying
That's what I'm
everybody who's
about, the
done something
level
like that
of-
is a rapist. I
that's
think
what I'm saying,
that's
the
very
level of, like-
dangerous to say. But there, I mean, sometimes when there's smoke, there's fire. If there's that one homeboy, like okay, I remember when Drewski got dragged for this skit, where it's like, oh, that one nigga always trying to get the girls drunk, ha ha ha. Oh, that nigga crazy. No, those are the signs that he might be doing some shit when y'all not around. You know what I'm saying? I think you have to acknowledge the signs. I'm not saying everybody who's ever picked a girl up or licked some whipped cream or whatever is a rapist, whatever, but you have to know the signs.
So I think I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to pitch your question another way. So if you at a college party and let's say a Q picks you up, bites you on the ass, whatever though, right? At the time you thought it was like funny Q or whatever though. Let's say 5 years later, you start hearing other people's stories, and they are now coming forward and trying to get that fellow in trouble.
Right.
Since you were kind of unaware at the same time, would you give him the grace of him not being unaware, or would you try to bring him to the forefront and be like, nigga, you need to be accountable for your actions because you did something wrong?
Well, what are the people saying? They're like, oh, he just picked me up and he bit my butt, or he did something further than that.
No, he just picked you up and bit your butt, but I mean, that's still sexual assault.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you need to, hey, friend, what the fuck you got going on over there? I thought, you think you may be a one-off situation, but he picked everybody in the party up. That's the issue. You need to have a conversation. It's not merely, because some of the stuff is like, I ain't gonna press charges. Like, hey, sir, I was in a road trip on I-75 and my breast was touched. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's a conversation that needs to be had.
But I think it's how you respond to it, though. Because, again, I just had this conversation. I don't want to go too far. We just literally like 2.5 hours about this. But I think it's how you respond. Because, again, I think these conversations need to be had. But a lot of people are scared to have it because they're scared to open the door,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But me, I think is important because I can even look back and be like, yo, I can take accountability for some of the things I did. I was never no rapist, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I
But
did
you may have done some things that weren't
that was
appropriate.
inappropriate. But I
Right.
feel like people,
that's fair.
when you try to hide it, that's when I think maybe you deserve a little less grace, maybe, because now you're trying to lie, right? Or you're trying to hide
Right.
it as if you didn't do anything. Like now, if somebody say, "Yo, this dude was grabbing my butt in college," bro, own it. You gotta take the response. You gotta be responsible for the consequences of your actions, right? Even if it's 10 years later. Yeah, man, I was wrong. I didn't know any better. I done grown.
I was
I'm
trying
a
to fit
totally
in,
different
whatever
person.
it
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
that
Like,
part.
but it be the people that be trying to lie, like
Yeah.
y'all lying, like nigga. You
Because now
lying.
it's like, what else she was over there doing? I think sometimes
Exactly.
where there's smoke, there's fire, like I said. And sometimes niggas was just, oh, we grabbing bitches? Okay, let's grab bitches. And it's like, okay, well, no, stop. And then now that we're in our 30s, I'm just going to not speak at homecoming. That's kind of, I ain't going to, burn you at the stake. You can't go to jail. So, I mean, it's not really much we can do socially, but not speak. I don't really
But
know.
that's why I
Sometimes I
think-
still do speak because it's just like, because I'm so uncomfortable, you know?
And that's why you might even respond in a way when it happens to where to him, it might seem like it was okay.
okay, right?
Exactly.
And,
That's
and,
cra-
and
yeah,
I think that
facts,
women
yeah.
do, as someone who has been in awkward situations like that, you kind of laugh things off because you're
Yeah.
uncomfortable, because you don't want it to escalate. You don't want to make it a thing. Now you got to leave the party because you got assaulted. You like, I actually want to enjoy my night tonight, but my ass got grabbed.
For
but
the
we just gonna push
sororities
it on.
and the young fraternities, right? Because I love this. I love that point. I don't want to say who's to blame, but how, like, where do we go from there? Because now if I do something, right, hypothetically, and you are accepting of it, even if you're uncomfortable, I don't know, I'm thinking that it's consent because now you're accepting when whole
consent is
time.
a very murky thing because, again, it's so many times that I haven't been comfortable, but I'm uncomfortable, so I'm just like, hey. So, oh yeah, she was with it. No, I wasn't. I'm terrified.
Yeah.
So when things happen, again, like when my breast got grabbed in the backseat of this random ass Toyota, I tensed up and I'm like, you just, or even like not even get too deep in trauma and shit, but like even with stealthing, I didn't even know what that meant until like 2016,
What does that mean?
2017. when niggas take the condom off during sex. When we go back to a cultural thing,
Yo,
take the
niggas
rubber
are
off, fuck that whole
crazy.
meat to meat. That is sexual assault. And y'all have made it a cultural fun thing because it's sound on TikTok, but like that's literally happened
Nah,
to
that's
me
not
with a member
sexual
of your
assault, that's
organization.
rape.
And I'm like, nigga, I can see you. I saw you take it off. Like, what you trying to lie to me? You did that shit. So it's like, again, we go back to the cultural thing. We go to fitting in. We go to whatever, because y'all saying meat to meat. Ha ha, LOL. They so nasty. Ha ha, they neck rolling. This is assault, friend. You know what I'm saying? So it gets pretty deep. And a lot of people don't know that, you're not doing something appropriate. Again, when you took the condom off, ha ha ha, she don't know this. Ha ha, I'm being mischievous. Ha ha. And then you look up, it's like, now this is new information that is sexual assault. Now you got to come to, oh my God, am I a big serial rapist? You know what I'm saying? And that's when people are rejected, because now you got to come to terms with the fact that you've sexually assaulted someone.
You know, it's funny because even I'm 34, 12 years in, I never looked at that song as like sexual assault. I just thought it was like, because if you fucking somebody without a rubber, I would assume we both
You have
know.
a conversation. But so many men do that without saying a fucking word.
I never, like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, but that's why, okay, so back to the point of this conversation. That's why I think these conversations are serious, because hopefully people look at a Trav Que, people look at a Mr. Bank Shot, people look at Mel, people look at JL, and when they watch it, they can understand, oh, this isn't right. Because it was times where, like when I was a neo, I didn't know, like, I didn't, mind you, I never was big on picking girls up, right? That just, it wasn't, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't because I thought it was sexual assault, though.
Because you 5'6".
I just never was into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it probably was other shit
Even
I was
at the time,
doing.
I knew I didn't like it. I didn't think it was sexual assault. I just knew don't pick my ass
but
up.
now
I don't like it.
we having this conversation, and you gonna know, like, you need to know that.
Yeah.
Right.
This is sexual assault. Don't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like, but that's why I was wondering about the grace, because it's other people who probably did it. It's, you know, it's funny. Like, as much as women have their experiences, men are uncomfortable too sometimes. Like, it's sometimes.
And I think also the pendulum swings to y'all, because you walk around with a Crown Royal bag on your dick, and a bitch. I need to stop saying bitch, because y'all think I talk like that for real. A woman may grab your whole dick in the middle of the party, and you didn't consent to that, but because that's part of the, I'm a Q, I'm so hypersexual.
But not even that. It's even further than that, where sometimes guys will do things because they think they have to, or they think because they think that this makes it masculine.
The expectations of what you
nasty
seen before you.
It's like, yo, I'm a Q, so I gotta do this, right?
Right, you don't have to do nothing.
You have, it's just crazy. So again, we have these conversations. So hopefully, the young fraternity, sorority, they can see this and be like, yo, that's not right, and I'm not gonna be a part of that, right? I don't think that you have to, like, again, and maybe because we grown, but hopefully we can save some. Like, our job is to save niggas and have them. They don't have to go through what we went through. So like, my thing is like, if you can see this and you like, yo, you can recognize that, whether it's a fraternity or sorority, and that makes you stop doing something, then we get our job.
I mean, and some people, if they out here harming people, our little podcast ain't gonna do much, but it is raising awareness.
Yeah, facts.
And I think that's an important conversation to be had.
I'm only speaking to the ones that ignorant of it, not
like, once you know better, you can possibly do better. But some people are just nefarious, and that's another.
Sometimes the pro fights got to step in, or
In that too.
guys who who've been in the fraternity before, to give them that information. Like, you can't do certain things. You get what I'm saying? Especially in this day and age, you just can't get away with certain things.
You can't get away with certain
it's like
stuff.
it'll go left for you. You get what I'm saying?
You shouldn't want to, though.
Exactly.
You
To be
should not
real.
want to. And sometimes the profiles was the ones doing the bad stuff. And it's like, what you need to do is, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes they'll cover it up. And, it's, everyone has to, like, take accountability, take a step back. Okay, what needs to be done to make sure these children are safe, these boys are safe, these girls are safe, that people are safe? And, again, as the grown-ups now, that's kind of our responsibility. We're the old heads now. We the old heads. We the ones 10 plus, 10, 15 years removed now. So we have to do a better job of relaying that information.
I love that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Do y'all think Greek is, I guess, moving in a, this is kind of similar question from earlier, but in a progressive way? Like, is it getting better, like, far as what it's supposed to be? Because, I mean, even with, when we talk about pledging, we talk about, like, it was a situation that just happened with Q's not too long ago, but even although that's so unfortunate, I feel like that is raising awareness to make people not want to do these things anymore.
For sure. And people get their little anti-Greek takes off in moments. Because, like, the things with Caleb Wilson was so heartbreaking, rest in peace to him, at Southern. And people were using that as an opportunity to take take all of their hatred out on the Greeks that they've been trying to get off anyway. And it's just like, we kind of lose the plot, and the real conversation was this should not have happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Young people are going to do things they're not supposed to be doing anyway. We all have anti-hazing, whatever, and people do what they want anyway. And again, even in that case, the old heads were the ones that were orchestrating it. And that is an issue from the top down. You know what I'm saying? So organizationally, I think we haven't even begun to see the changes that are about to come, because they just got rid of the chapter last week. They just got that through. So it's like, I feel like Omega's going to have a whole clean. Are y'all on moratorium yet? I don't know if that's even come through, but like, I feel like D9 is going to have a full regroup. I feel like by the time our children are of age to do D9, it's probably not going to be undergraduate anymore. Because I remember even 10 years ago when we were going to conferences and shit, that they were sitting us down like, hey, y'all can't do this, y'all can't do that, insurance. It's such a liability now that they're probably going to take that shit away. I'm not going to lie. Because we're losing the plot, I think, because of the social media, because everybody's scared of getting posted on Greek Shenanigans or trying to get a moment on Greek Shenanigans or trying to go viral, trying to go to, we're losing the plot. We really are. I think so.
Do you think, but this is I'm such a real conversation. I got to ask the real questions. Do you think going through something is important though?
Oh, for sure. But that's not what we were talking, that's not what the issue was with Caleb Whitson. Even like that. There's plenty of stuff you can do without punching someone in the chest so hard that they die on the spot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's a long way between skating and whatever happened in Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a great point.
And you always gonna have that one person that, again, it's always one bad apple. And it's usually a couple, more than one bad apple, but somebody always takes it too far. And it's like, when you have young people in these positions, they're gonna do something they're not supposed to do because that frontal lobe is not fully developed. But then the other issue is you have the grown people who's supposed to be making the right decisions who are orchestrating it. You own the building. You covering it up. This person works there.
Sometimes you have people who do things that weren't done to them.
And that too.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and like we all know somebody, or don't know somebody, but you know, that's what it be sometimes. People just want to prove a point.
They want to prove a point.
You know
And
what
that
I'm
goes back
saying?
to that pressure you
And
were
it
talking
be the
about.
ones, if you want to be real from my experience, it be the ones that wasn't doing shit.
That was not like that.
You wasn't doing nothing,
Never
nigga. Like,
like
you
that.
got the nerve, nigga. Like,
What was your number online?
I was a 4.
Okay, that's what's up. Same number.
Bro, I was a 4
Oh
too.
yeah. So
I'm just-
fraternity, when you a 4, you like that.
I'm just
You get what I'm
saying, like, bro,
So,
it's like
yeah.
niggas ain't go. Like, if anything, if anybody should be doing all this shit, but it's like I be like the audacity of niggas.
It's out, and then now everybody in jail. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody want to prove a point or want to go on a power trip, and that boy lost his life. Why are you hitting anybody so hard that can happen?
Do that paper shit even really matter though? Like how are people getting like ridiculed for being paper, but then the honorary members are being glorified and
Right.
you want to get a picture with them, this, that, and the third. I feel like to me, bro, it's just about who does the work.
So
Yeah.
you know what's funny, bro? Because at first I used to say it didn't matter, but I'm on the fence because I just being like, again, I be on the outside and I'm listening to conversations and I can see why it would. Because I do believe that it should be some type of barrier of entry. And even if it's not, again,
Sure.
like you said, it's a long line from getting hit so hard in the chest that you die to being paper, right? I do believe it should be some barrier of entry. And that's why I love, even my fraternity, I might joke a lot. I love the fact that I can't just go to the cookout and get some chicken, right? And I love it so much that even if I go to a cookout and I say my chapter and you want to give me chicken because my chapter, I don't even accept it because it shouldn't be that easy, right? Because it shows me like we care, right? But it is it's not a thin line. It's a wide spectrum on what's wrong, the middle, and then what's right. If that makes sense.
How would you even know if somebody is paper?
I mean,
Unless you just like know them.
I mean, the questions, the shakes,
Yeah.
all the things.
Yeah.
But also, zooming out at 30-something, who fucking cares?
Who cares?
facts. No, facts. 30-something for sure.
Who cares? Now,
Yeah,
you know, everybody got their own little shit where you can
For sure,
determine
who
that.
cares at
But
30-something?
at the same time, it's like if
but I can't. But it's easy. Sorry, it's
No.
easy to say that at 30-something. So I just want to be fair
No.
because you're right. At 30-something,
Yeah.
I don't care. But I'm not. I don't want to just get up here and be chatting because I am 34 and everything is easy to look like. What did they say? I forgot. Like it's easy to look back on it. right? Like
Right.
retrospect. It's easy to say things in retrospect.
We were talking earlier, like when shit happens in college, I'm talking about, oh, my group chat got leaked in college. It was the worst day of my life, blah, blah, blah. Because when you in college, that's the most important thing in the world. Important thing in the world is like, okay, I got to make sure I'm as made as possible. And I know all my shit. Got to do this, got to do that. I got to be perfect. I got to do this. And now you zoom out like, who gives a fuck? Fuck them people. I don't talk to them people.
But even at 34, right? Essentially, well, I can't speak for everybody, but essentially, we were doing that to make sure we knew about our fraternity.
Yep.
For sure.
And that's important.
Yeah.
Know about the organization that you're being a part of, right? So like, I might not agree with everything that came with it, right? But the goal, at least for us,
to know,
was to know what the fuck is going on.
Because you're not walking up on somebody's yard and just eating like that. You know.
If you don't know
don't
what
know
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it ain't
know
really,
certain
it's the
things.
love for your fraternity. And I do think that's a big deal because some people, when, again, if they skating because of, oh, I want to be popular, or I wasn't this, so I want to get it in. Like, not,
But I have another point.
That's not always the case, though.
That's not
It's
always
not,
the
for
case.
sure, 100%.
Some people can. Some people, it's a grad chapter line. Some people, it's a lot of different things. But also, I think people's obsession with being made and, oh, I got my ass beat for 8 hours a day for 8 months, blah, 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 blah. That goes back to my point about slavery. And when that Caleb stuff happened, which is so important, unfortunate, I was watching a lot of different content, like people talking about it, and they was talking about that men are such brutes. Like, y'all love violence so much. That's how y'all kind of communicate. Because even in a sorority, we're not violent like that. Like, even when it comes down to, like, it's going to get real bitchy and it can get kind of tussly, but it's not to the level of violence, whatever. Even when we did, AKA went a moratorium in, like, 2002, because they was, the girls in California, 2 girls drowned. But they didn't beat them to death. They weren't supposed to be out there to begin with, but it wasn't force. I went to FAMU in 2011 when the drum major died. But we had it was a whole thing with anti-hazing at FAMU, and that was the band. You know what I'm saying? So that's the soul of the school. But he died. He was a grown man who died. They beat him. I don't know what they beat him with. But
I don't think it's just men, though, because...
No, but to my point, I'm just saying, people, you feel like, oh, if you didn't get beat or whatever for something, then you didn't earn it, you don't love it, blah, blah, blah. But I think that it all ties back down to slavery, white supremacy, all of this stuff. And I think there's a way to still love your organization, work for your organization, know your organization front to back, blah, 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 without the level of violence that comes with being mad.
For sure, but you know what else that is? I think that's a black culture. It goes back to, like you said, slavery, because guess what? We have, I feel like I said this before, we have such an infatuation with, like, struggle. It's like
Absolutely.
It's like
That
you're
goes to my
supposed
point,
to
too.
struggle. Like, no, you don't.
You don't
like,
do that.
It's
You're
so much so,
not.
like,
You don't have to get out of the mud.
You're
like,
supposed
you
to have two
don't,
parents.
bro. It's
You're supposed
like,
to have
supposed
two
to have-
parents. You're
that
supposed to
love
be
you.
loved on. You're supposed to, like...
we have an infatuation with, like, the struggle. Like, it's so much so, like,
Yeah.
I come from the hood. Okay, I'm sorry for you. Like, I hate that for you, actually. Like, what? It's ridiculous. Like, even so much so in the NFL, when we see this in last past draft,
Yep.
it's like they belittle you for not going through something. It's like
Yeah.
they look down on you because your father was Deion Sanders. You ain't had to struggle. Like, huh?
Yeah.
What the
Crazy.
Bronny
fuck?
James.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what I'm
like,
saying?
Like-
Yeah.
it's like it's ridiculous in our culture.
And it's funny even seeing the NBA now, because I've been making jokes about it, because everyone is a AAU sweetheart, white mama, NBA dad, whatever. These kids not coming from the gutter no more. So the NBA has changed. Like, niggas is not getting their hair braided on the sideline no more.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You absolutely right about that, because I just was talking to an NBA trainer, and a lot of these kids that are going into the NBA now, their parents are paying to get them in good programs, and that's how they're winning right now. You get what I'm saying? So it's not so much a struggle story
Right.
with the NBA like that. You get what I'm saying? It's whoever got that bag, their kids could have the proper training to make it to the NBA. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, and
100%.
I think when we even turn it back to Greek life, I feel like that, I think we're not gonna have no choice in a minute, because they about to get way more strict. Because I feel like, had they even been more strict on the Robert Champion people, because the people who were convicted of killing Robert Champion are free as a bird right now. So they're probably gonna throw the book at them boys, and it's gonna get even more strict. And people gonna have to make a decision: do I want to make these boys, or do I want to have an organization and chapter at all?
Just because someone is made doesn't mean they're a good member.
Facts.
Please,
and also
say
that-
that
heavy.
again. That's what I'm
Talk
saying.
heavy.
Like,
Talk heavy.
Real
what
talk,
does that
like-
matter?
What
Yeah,
it in the grand
yeah.
scheme of things, and honestly, what you think those are our founders' visions? Like, yeah, let's beat their ass, but that wasn't even
No.
some nigga in the whenever's the 70s or 60s of shit made that shit up. Like, let's start beating ass, y'all. What y'all think about
I
that?
honestly feel like if I was paper, bro, I would know the most about the organization.
Yeah,
think
no
so?
time.
Yes, just so that way I can.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Some
You
people
ever
are just
apply
autistic.
for a job that you're not qualified for?
Yeah.
But you gonna study.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gonna know
yeah,
everything that you need to know to get that job. Like, bro, that's what I would do. I don't know. I'm not paper though. I just want to say that.
No, but some people do all of that to just not do shit.
Yeah, facts. You
Don't
right.
do shit. Not active. Not like. Now, granted, am I active now? No.
I'm about to say I'm not
But
active.
I gave the chapter my all when I had it. I stepped twice. I chaired this. I chaired that. They still doing shit I made up 12 years ago. So it's like you doing all this to just harass people at the fucking party and bring nothing to the fucking table.
That's why we need the paper niggas. The paper niggas is gonna
It's
pay.
balance.
They gonna pay their yearly dues, and then the maid niggas we gonna
Do bullshit.
we gonna keep it going in a different light.
Well,
Shit like this.
I appreciate you guys for pulling up, man. This is great.
It's fun.
Hopefully people can learn from this.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't get ridiculed by our fraternity and sorority because we can't even give it up.
They're gonna say what they want to say.
Yeah.
Man, at the end of the
We
day.
gonna
I think
let
this is
them
a
do
very
that.
healthy conversation. I forgot to be funny. I was over here just talking real shit this whole time, but I am funny. But I think this was a good conversation we had. I think some things just needed to be said and had to like a open, positive environment, talking about real shit.
Nah, for sure.
Because it's some real shit.
100%. Nah, you're absolutely right. Yo, so for the people that don't know, let people know how to follow y'all, what y'all got going on and shit.
Oh, hi, I'm Mel Mitchell. You can follow me at Instagram on it's Mel Mitch. I'm the baddest Mitch on TikTok and shit. Comedian, podcaster, actress. Yeah, I do the things.
Or y'all gonna just have a dick measuring
Stare
contest?
So who's first?
Hey man, you can follow me, Mr. Bank Shot, man. Y'all done seen me on this podcast multiple times, man. Just check me out, man. I'll be doing my thing.
All my social media is the same. Trav Que, TRAVQUE. That's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TRAVQUE. My website, www.travq.com. Thank you for having me, my brother.
Of course.
This is a very
Trav, you gonna get into stand-up?
Yeah. I actually started my own show.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's called I Could Never, which is a comedy night and a speed day. And the next one is in 6 months because we're gonna do it biannually. But I have started my stand-up journey. So
Period.
I know we about to wrap up, right? But outside of the respect y'all have for Trav, right? How do y'all look at comedians like Trav Que, aka Instagram comedians?
I'm not an Instagram comedian.
Would y'all like to beg to differ?
I mean, for
no.
me, I don't really if niggas is getting on stage, get on stage. Honestly, for me, I started in 2018, so that's when people were internet people were starting to get on stage, and it was like a weird thing. So I was scared to start making content because I don't want people to make me an Instagram comedian. People think I'm an Instagram comedian when I've been doing comedy. I mean, I've been on Coast Media since I was in high school, but people call me an Instagram comedian because I'm bigger on Instagram. But it's just no, I'm a comedian that is also making skits. So I think if you gonna take the time to get on stage, I appreciate that because that's the art. That's what I am passionate about, the art of stand-up. It is an
100%.
art.
Do you feel pressure to get on stage because you got a big presence on Instagram and comedians may look at it differently?
Nah, this is something that you have to want to do. You get what I'm saying? I remember I was on Clubhouse. Remember Clubhouse in 2020? And I was in a room and there was content creators versus stand-up comedians room. And Ryan Davis, who actually he came and see me perform, he was like,
He just did a crazy special, right?
Yeah, real talk. I was just with him in Houston too.
Yeah.
He's cool as hell.
people.
Gave me pointers and all. I did some stand up in Brooklyn. He popped out and he was giving me the pointers he gave me was like, Trav, stop giving a fuck. You get what I'm saying? You got the structure, just stop giving a. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Ryan Davis. But I said that to say this in the room. He said you can't consider yourself a comedian if you don't get on the stage. You get what I'm saying? Point blank. Period. You get what I'm saying? I know there's different forms of comedy, but as far as a stand-up comedian, it's a different ball field.
Yeah.
That's where you really learn yourself. You get what I'm saying? So
It's raw.
Yeah,
It's
right.
That's why
just you and
that's why
my-
you got to
edit.
put that term stand-up comedian in front of.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you do have comedians, like Will Ferrell. I don't believe he's ever done stand-up. You know what I mean? Will Ferrell, but he's a comedy actor.
I
No,
didn't
he did
know.
stand-up.
No, he did
I don't
stand
think
up.
so.
Yeah.
I watched the SNL doc. That might have been part of his audition because that's part of the SNL audition. And we may not have seen because I didn't know Jim Carrey did stand up till a few years ago.
I think the only Will Ferrell stand-up I've ever found, because Will Ferrell to me is the funniest
For sure.
white comedy actor, hands down. The only shit that I saw, I think he was on some late night show where he was pretending to do stand-up, but he purposely was making all his jokes not hit. so the crowd would like boo him. But there's several. Have we seen Will Smith do stand up?
He did one show because he wanted to get into stand up. But,
Yeah,
but I
for
see what you're
50.
saying though.
You know what I mean?
But it's not like you can be funny on TV all you want, but you may not be able to do stand up.
I feel like so when you said 2018, that was right around the time all stand-up comedians had a problem with niggas on the internet.
Yeah.
because
Yep.
They talked about it so bad.
They was dogging niggas because
And that's why I asked about, I was
exactly.
wondering.
They just hated niggas like that. That made me want to do stand-up. Ronnie Jordan, shout out to Ronnie Jordan, he was like, hey, bro, teach me the social media shit, and I'll teach you the stand-up game.
And it's a different skill. Both are two completely different skills, and I've been able to, thankfully, been able to be good at both of them.
No, absolutely.
Because you can be great at stand-up and you can't make shit hit on social media.
Yeah.
And you can be great on social media and can't write a joke to save your fucking life. So to be able to do both is a skill.
But Trav, to me, ain't internet comedian because there are niggas who literally only do shit on the internet. You know what I mean? Trav will host.
Yeah.
He said he got a show going on. He's been in movies,
Facts.
other projects, you know what I mean? So that also separates, you know what I mean?
It makes him an entertainer. What would you say? What'd you say? Or what?
But, yeah, and I think you can just, if you make comedic content, I think you can be a comedian. You may not be a stand-up comedian, but you are a comedian.
That's what I'm
'Cause
saying.
a perfect
Stand-up comedian
example
and comedian is
is
different.
Drewski. I met Drewski like 2019. I was like, oh, you should get on stage. You're so funny, blah, blah, blah. And he was kind of like, sure. And he's done it without, like, even Kevin Hart was like, you need to get on stage. And Drewski was like, actually, no. And he's better at doing his improv shit, doing the coulda been shit. He don't want to get on stage, and he kind of don't have to because he can still tour and
But
sell
he's
out
not
an
a
arena.
stand-up comedian, though.
But he's not a stand-up comedian.
Correct.
But he's still, I still would consider him a comedian.
Yeah.
He's just not a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
So you can still be a comedian, you can be a comedic actor. I think about, like Issa Rae is not a stand-up comedian, but she's a comedic actress. There's a lot of bags you can get in. Jennifer Lewis, who was like that's my girl, that's my idol. You know what I'm saying? Well, not idol. But not too much. But like,
Denounce
she's
her.
right. But she's not
Make a post right
comedian.
now.
So I think there's a way to be a comedian without being a stand-up comedian. But I think if you want to be a stand-up comedian, do it. And
But
it's
I
also
will say this, though, Trav.
Right.
Just let me and Mel pull up on your show.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, all right. Y'all heard
Next
it.
one is in LA.
Y'all heard it.
Oh, I love LA. Where?
For sure, for sure. So that's when me and my partner work. I was just looking at my partner just now. The first one we did was actually at a bruh crib. And we had a few sponsors involved. So like I said, it was a comedy night plus speed dating. So we're going to do the next one in LA, and then we're going to move it to either Miami or New York.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Eventually bring it to Atlanta too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
let
love
us-
it.
yeah.
Oh, let me plug real quick. I just shout out to my guy Cleon. I just shot his comedy special. So if y'all ever want to do a special, right?
Oh,
Holla at me.
you got the juice for the special. Say less.
Holla at me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Say less.
Might
feel like my
get
hair
the
just
to be
swelled
plugged.
bigger and
But no,
bigger
man,
as the pod
I'm
now.
gonna let you go. I thank y'all so much. Appreciate it. J Hill podcast. Great conversation with my guys and my lady. It's a wrap.
Everybody got on shoes but Jay. I just want y'all to know.
This guy make my clips, so he always want to talk shit.
Yeah. I edit Jay's clips for his podcast.